So as a part, it must have been fabulous when it came to you. Even before I'm playing Huma Qureshi's daughter,
Oh, wow.
the part itself, the
Although
part.
it's true, but the moment you say it, I'm like, ouch.
Roshni is playing Rani's daughter.
I've reached a point, to be honest, where I think my gut is far more important than people's opinions.
Ah.
So I've stopped taking people's opinions. I feel they just cloud your judgment. If I don't know the answer myself, then I'm just looking to you or someone else for validation.
But really, and why shouldn't the best man in the room be a woman?
Absolutely. I mean, mostly
I mean,
always is. It takes
always
a lot for
is.
people to acknowledge it and
But it's
accept it.
terrific. These are CT Mar dialogues, and
Hmm.
why they work is because you guys don't deliver it in a CT Mar way.
Not even just in our movies. I feel in real life also. We have the jumlas and the muhavras and the, we are a nation where we love storytelling. But I still feel that there are many rooms I still don't have access to. There are many opportunities who don't come to me. I think there is a certain kind of gatekeeping that happens where your growth is capped. And that makes you either resentful or angry, and we don't wish to become either. And the only way to not play into that victim mindset is to be like, okay, what can I do about it?
All right, 7th of November, one of India's favorite OTT series returns. Season 4, Maharani and two of the nation's finest actresses are sitting beside me. Huma Qureshi and Shweta Basu Prasad. Hello, ladies.
Hello,
Hi,
hello.
Hrishi. Thank you.
This has got to be one of the most eagerly anticipated series. People have been hankering for its return. Talk to me about how your mobile phone has been loaded with messages asking you, when is 4 coming? When is 4 coming? When is 4 coming?
Wow. Yeah, it's kind of like special to be part of India's biggest show. I mean, not arguably, but definitely. And I think just the anticipation is immense. The love we have gotten year after year, season after season has been beautiful. I think this show has given me everything. Everything I am today as an actor that I have. I think this show is just, it's a gift that keeps giving. That's all I can say about it. And yeah, phones are flooded, messages are coming, anticipation is building. It's going to be a big season.
You know, Shweta, for me, one of the most amazing things about Indian politics is the politician might grow up in the pind, in the gaon, in rural India, but they make sure that their children get a foreign education, which in this case is Darshil Safari's character, your character, I imagine, because she's very upwardly mobile and things like that. And and overall, that adds to the whole color of the family, because you have one person with a rural perspective, which is Maharani herself, and you, who's now part of the whole think tank. So as a part, it must have been fabulous when it came to you. Even before I'm playing Huma Qureshi's daughter,
Oh, wow.
the part itself, the
Although
part.
it's true, but the moment you say it, I'm like, ouch.
Roshni is playing Rani's daughter.
Tell me how you reacted to it.
Well, I've been a huge fan of Maharani, and when I received a call and I had to meet Subhashi end of last year, early this year for Maharani's quick narration and the proposal, I was very excited to meet him. I'm such a big fan of his work, also Jolly and then Maharani. And he said that, I've been thinking about casting you when we started season 1 as Roshni. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, I always had you on mind to play Roshni whenever we do a leap. And that sort of makes you nervous and confident as an actor, because you're like, okay, wow. And you're like, wow. So yeah, I was there was a lot of nervous excitement, because that's something I carry for all my projects, but also it is the script, the entire season 4 and the entire arc of the character is so good that I was just thinking about how, there's nothing else that you can think of other than how much can you contribute to an already amazing show. And the kind of reception I received from Subhashi or from Huma and the rest of the team, it was almost like I was assimilating to a township, where it's a beautiful township and I could just happily come and live there. And very exciting in terms of Roshni as a character, because she's grown up around politics, and I've already seen the first 3 seasons, and she's seen her father and her mother, and the party politics. There are things she's heard that kids that age usually don't hear, and things that they don't see. So that helped me a lot. My entire backstory for Roshni were the first 3 seasons, and then I wrote a quick story about what must have being the transition for Roshni as her late teens to early 20s. Um, and and I'm just hoping that people like it. It's out 7th November, so we'll see.
None of your choices, Huma, have been conventional since you started off in this career as an actor. So it would be foolish to ask you saying, "Oh, did you have anxiety when you knew that Shweta is going to play your daughter, young and vibrant and beautiful as you are, Huma?" But I want to know how people around you reacted. I mean, when your go-to people who you may discuss scripts with, whom you chat with, did anybody have a strong opinion? You don't have to take their names. Did people around you have a strong opinion about you playing Shweta's mother?
Yeah, I've reached a point, to be honest, where I think my gut is far more important than people's opinions. So I've stopped taking people's opinions. I feel they just cloud your judgment. If I don't know the answer myself, then I'm just looking to you or someone else for validation. You always know, do I want to do this or not? And sometimes you don't want to take that decision, so you put it on other people. Usne mujhe kaha, or that one told me what to do. But so I've stopped doing that. I think I listen to my own instinct. And since I've started doing that, honestly, I'm far happier. And I mean, we spoke about it.
Yeah.
We laughed about it
Yeah.
because we are not that
Apart
apart
also.
in age.
Yeah.
So we were like, but this is very strange. Like, but I don't care.
But it's so inspiring because I've been such a huge fan of Huma's for so many years, and it's so inspiring as an audience and as an actor to be like, oh my God, she's paving her own path. And she doesn't care that she's picking up a project like Maharani and then allowing it to take a leap and just being so cool about it. I've not on set once seen Huma. In fact, she used to be like, "Aur thoda grey lagao na," and everybody used to be like, "Nahi." She's like, "Arey, chalega na, let it look." And I was like, "Wow, that is so amazing," because she's so secure as an actor that it just shows.
Thank you so much. No, but because we see international actors, we see a Matthew McConaughey, or we see a Leonardo. We see just actors playing parts without thinking about like, oh, am I aging, de-aging, doing this? And we're in 2025 for crying out loud. Like, and as actors who have, who are working today, who are seeing the business, who are seeing things on different sides of, the borders, I feel like we shouldn't be restricting ourselves. It's quite limiting.
And you started off as a child actor.
So she's my senior in that sense. So Shweta Basu Prasad is my senior. Go figure.
Technically. I mean, if I think of how senior Kunal Kemu is.
Kemu, we love you.
We love him so much, So, and the point I'm trying to make is, I mean, you start off as a child actor, so people still see you as a child.
Yeah.
That's now Huma's
For
child.
me.
Oh, bitter.
No, but there is no discounting the fact that you must have been excited that you have a very, very fine actress playing Roshni, because those scenes
I was so
will
important.
be elevated, are so important.
And she's fantastic. And I think, so the thing is, the hard part for Shweta was that she stepped into like a part which was, I mean, although a child actor was playing that, but she was so loved. And everybody would remember the relationship, between Rani and Roshni. So, and very often it happens that, and with children, of course, there's always that natural love or care or that feeling of like, oh, comes forth. But to sort of, take that and to make it her own, because in this season, Rani Bharti is her own person, she's, I don't want to give out too many like details, but she has a very, very strong, prominent part, and, she's coming onto her own. So it's quite incredible, how she adapted to it. She came on set, she had fun, and I was so relaxed because finally I had someone to hang with and chitter chatter with apart from all the men around me, because my biggest grouse with Maharani was like, where is the fun? Everyone is like this great serious actor. No, actually I'm kidding, but no, she brought a great sense of like fun and vitality
so
on
much
set.
Fun. I was like the most
and
fun
annoying, and also very annoying, I must say.
Wow, how annoying!
Very annoying.
Like how?
She still thinks she's in Makadi zone, and I'm like, no, bro.
Please, it can't be more annoying than Kani.
Kani is like adorable.
Funny Kani.
Yeah, we call her Funny Kani. She's adorable.
The three of us,
we were a trio.
We were a trio, and we have a WhatsApp group where we discuss very.
But her Hindi has improved
very
like hell.
Inappropriate things.
Very good.
Listen, she is one of the most hardworking actors you will ever meet. She doesn't speak the language, and she's always the most fun, easy energy, and she's such a great actor. But I don't think. She makes bones about it, and unfortunately, we live in a time where unless and until you don't do enough paid PR, people don't take you seriously. So she just doesn't care. She does her own thing. She's an artist in the truest sense, and and doesn't take herself seriously, man.
You
And
know,
she
there
still
was
lives
this-
in Goa? She still lives in
Yeah.
Goa?
You know, there was this
Lucky
one
her.
time Kani was actually sitting next to a lightman, light dada, and she was helping him with the
Yeah.
thermocol and this thing. And I'm like, what are you? And she'd packed up and she's sitting like that. And you and I,
Yeah,
like
yeah. Like,
Radhika
kya kar
see,
rahi hai?
like, kya kar rahi hai? She's like, yeah, I was just helping him out.
But it's the Malayalam school of, filmmaking
Yeah.
and thought. Like,
And she's I think all of us, I think
Hmm.
Huma, Kani and I, we would be doing our ha 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 all the time. And then as soon as there's work, all of us would, her body language used to change. I told Huma, I think a couple of weeks into the shoot, I was like, Hums, your shoulder changes. Because, that entire thing of halka sa, like also,
Hunch.
because of age and also the pressure,
I don't know what she's
the
talking
thing.
about.
No, but genuinely, her voice
No, but there
and
is
shoulder
still
used to
so much
change. It's
power.
amazing.
There's
Yeah.
still so
Yeah.
much power, despite the shoulders drooping, like
yeah,
you
yeah,
said.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
There's tremendous power in this character. And in that aspect, I think it's very interesting that Subhash Kapoor has chosen 4 different directors, right?
Mhm,
To
mhm.
do 4 different
Yes,
seasons.
yes.
Because in effect, they could be a different series, except that
Mm.
these are the characters that run
Hmm.
over. And this one is more about state politics moving into national
Yes.
politics. We don't want to give out spoilers, but state politics moving into national politics. Tell me what is unique that Puneet brought to the table, Huma.
Oh, Puneet is incredible. I have known Puneet in a very different capacity. We were, although we never worked together, but he's also from the same theatre group that I went to, Act
Ah.
1. So when I moved to Mumbai first, we used to just hang because we had no work, and often at like one of common friends.
Sorry to interrupt. Is this the same Act 1 that
NK Sharma?
Imtiaz Ali and Manoj Bajpayee and all
Yes,
these guys were part
yes,
of? Wow,
yes.
they
So
speak
they're
very
like,
highly.
yeah, they're like super seniors. But I mean, it's the one place that I think I really grew as an actor. Mr. N.K. Sharma is a teacher, mentor, the most eccentric man you will ever meet. But he's changed my life and many lives of directors, writers, actors. So Puneet is also from Act 1, although we worked on different times. When I moved to Mumbai, we used to just hang because he was my senior from like Act 1. And we used to play cards or just meet for Diwali. And then, of course, life moves on. He's a very, very prolific ad filmmaker. He's done a lot of work, and I think this is his first long format. And it didn't feel like that to us. I think he was very invested. He brought his own sort of like touch to it. He's also a boy from the north. So he has a very great command over the language. In fact, वो normal बात भी कुछ ना कुछ ऐसे जुमला या कोई ऐसे आता है नहीं, like what does that mean? And then he'll have to translate it for us. And again, very, very like, I think with this season, because it's got national politics and it's gone bigger and wider, he's managed to capture that in a very, very beautiful way. Elevated the show completely.
The show has CT dialogues. In fact, when Huma was playing the trailer out to me, I immediately thought of a southern superstar and I yelled out his name. But really, and why shouldn't the best man in the room be a woman?
Absolutely. I mean, mostly
I mean,
always is. It
always
takes a lot for
is.
people to acknowledge it and
But it's
accept it.
terrific. These are CT dialogues, and
Hmm.
why they work is because you guys don't deliver it in a CT way.
Hmm.
Even Vipin has these
Yes.
amazing
Yeah.
dialogues. Both your characters have these dialogues, but they're delivered in a very subtle undertone kind of way. But they really speak. I wonder if Puneet writes the dialogues himself, or is there a
No.
writing room?
So there's a writing room, and the writers have remained the same from day one. Mr. Nandan, Mr. Uma, and Mr. Subhash Kapoor, the trio, the Holy Trinity, I call them, because they are such, I don't know what the word is. They're so invested in what they do, and I think all of them have a background. At least Subhash sir does, in journalism and politics, and they understand that world. So I think all their references come from a lot of like things that they've heard or things they've read about or experienced, and it just makes itself very like organically into the writing of it. And I couldn't think of better people than the three of them to write a show like Maharani, because not only is it very, very political, but it's also very personal and at the same time very universal. Like they never fall into those cliche tropes of, oh, now we have to make a female forward show. So let's, resort to like, I think the beauty of the show is whether it's Rani Bharti, it's Roshni, or it's any of the characters, or it's Kani's character, they're just never seen from a gendered lens. And these are men writing for women, but they still manage to somehow, I don't know how
Very
they've done
neutral
it.
about it.
Yeah.
No, but it's
Characters are
actually a very
neutral, actually.
progressive show.
Yes, yes.
Despite Maharani being, so-called uneducated, coming from a village, her views are so progressive. And again, this season is proof of that, because everybody constantly talks about her affinity to the Ladla Beta and yada,
course.
yada, yada. But again, we don't want to give spoilers. but you realize how progressive she is in the decisions that she makes.
Yeah.
Where she is, again, is not, she's, who's the best person for the
Correct.
job?
Correct.
Let's not use a lens. And I think in that aspect, all these characters are so powerful. That must be very satisfying for the two of you, because you both are thinking actresses. I mean, you're not like a lot of actresses that I know who would rather just concentrate on the look and not think of subject matter beyond that. You people think of things like that.
Yeah.
To be part of a show like that is important, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it's great that such parts are being written, and OTT has created that sort of a medium, a platform where because of long format, it's so fleshed out and the characters are fleshed out, and it's not a recent phenomena that great writing is happening for women, but I think it's far more in dialogue, and I think it's far more how do I put it, like people are so much more conscious and aware about it. So it's great that such paths come our ways, and I think one is always grateful as an artist that you keep exploring and you keep discovering something new about yourself when you're working on something like this, because I think it's important to keep challenging yourself as an artist, because if you keep doing the same stuff, it after a point it'll just it'll look stale, it'll feel stale, and you'll never be able to add more to that.
I've seen just the 2 episodes, but I think there's a line which just is still stayed with me. It's about people who are unprincipled. You can make them change their mind, but it's the people with principles that are the problem.
Yes,
I agree.
It is such a fantastic line, and you think of it, that's what life is all
yeah,
about, man.
yeah.
Who says it to whom? I'm just thinking. I mean, I've just seen the 2 episodes.
But the
No,
entire
know,
series, sorry, the entire series is filled with these nuggets. In fact, a lot of times when we're shooting it and it's the camera is not on me, but we're just like, and I would just watch, and I would watch her or someone, or it's a dialogue that I've said, and I'm like, that is such a good line. There's this one scene where it's Huma has this monologue, and it was a wide shot, and then they were changing this thing, and I was telling the co-stars, and I was like, that is such a powerful line, and that's going to stay with me. I'm I cannot say it right now, but it's amazing. The entire show is full of this.
Yeah, I remember this now. I mean, the Prime Minister is going for a Gathbandhan to some state of we shall not give details. And he's questioning.
You have to say the line in Hindi though. English में translation नहीं चलेगा. I'm like, कौन सा line है यहाँ?
Correct. क्या है उसूल नहीं. It doesn't say usul. Principle is still said in English, but I mean it's just fantastic.
But that's just.
आप उसको मोड़ पाएंगे कि नहीं, and then
मजा यही होता है कि I feel just because. See, entertainment quotient, I think the reason why the show is so successful, because the entertainment quotient is very high. The dialogue bazi is very high, because not even just in our movies. I feel in real life also, we have the jumlas and the muhavras and the, we are a nation where we love storytelling and we like to use, these kind of idioms. Like I'm doing another show, which is releasing a week after Maharani, called Delhi Crime Season 3, in which I'm playing a Haryanvi character. And I chose that language. Is because
and what an iconic show that is. Yeah.
It's amazing. It is because I feel like again Haryana में ना कोई बात कहो तो बड़ा मजा लेके कहते हैं.
It's just amazing. Their sense of humor, the Dadi Ammas and the Nani Ammas of Haryana.
और अब थोड़ा सा ना वो कहीं गायब हो रहा है. I feel like we have to preserve that kind of people speaking that way, because that's India. When people say picture नहीं चल रही, shows नहीं चल रहे, आप अगर खाली एक certain बैंड्रा से जुहू के बीच में पिक्चर या शो बनाओगे, with all due respect, it's not going to work. 100%. Your demographic is only so short and so this thing. I feel we should be making. I mean, we have such an exciting country. Yeah. Every few kilometers, everything changes. That has to come forth in the stories that we are telling.
हमारी लोक संगीत है. We have ancient stories, and we have people who celebrate life colors. There's so much,
and entertain people. And like तभी को बोल मत करो, मजा दिलाओ.
And in this country, even if you have a ringside view of politics, you always know that there are the elder statesmen, the wise old people in political parties who have their followers, and then this whole yuva pidi, which is the youngsters, and their following, and how both need each other. That's so beautifully displayed in the Mishra ji character, as well as the young brigade that comes in.
Correct.
these guys obviously have a very fine understanding of
Yes.
the way politics plays out.
Yes,
Because they've
absolutely.
been journalists, right? I mean,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Subhaji is outstanding. You know, he would sometimes, and he himself takes a lot of maza in these lines. You
Yeah.
know, उनको बहुत मजा आता है when you know these exciting monologues or these 1-2 lines ये जो आते हैं वो खुद बहुत मजे लेते हैं set पे, and it shows that this man really enjoys this. And I have to also add something about Subhash sir actually. You know, he's the only director or creator of a show that I've seen who actually asks the entire unit to clap for background actors.
oh wow.
Because we had so many scenes, you know,
Mm.
we were shooting in MP and we've shot in other parts of the
Yeah.
country, and we have a lot of
Narebazi. Mhm.
and those big scale shoots where there's lots and lots of people, and you expect, of course, background actors to, and it's hot, we're shooting what, April, May, June. He would make sure they get water. He would make sure
Yeah.
that those, also they're environmental friendly, and he would ask everyone on set to be like, "Arey kitna अच्छा नारेबाजी किया." Everybody clap for them. I have never seen somebody
Yeah.
that considerate, and
How
that
lovely.
speaks so
Yeah.
much of
How
the
lovely.
work he's
Yeah.
doing, which
The kind
is,
of person he is.
yeah, you're making something that is about society. You practice it first, and he's a prime example of that. That was amazing.
Is there something you find difficult wrapping your head around Rani Bharti? You've got the accent now, you've got the body language now, you pretty much nailed everything. Is there still stuff that you come to set and say, "Oof, how am I going to nail this?" Or did you find something difficult in 4? Or now
think
you're just
4 we should-
sleepwalking through it?
No. I wish I could say that, but Mr. Subhash Kapoor would never allow it. He always figures out a way to keep us on our
The
toes.
instinct is the way is a better
No,
way to
I
describe it.
definitely have an instinct about Rani Bharti. Definitely, I don't know how it comes. I think it's the time when I put on my sari and I walk to set. It's not even in the van. It's not even after I've done my makeup. But when I'm walking, something happens. I don't know what it is. And I think I don't like to talk about the process of it because I feel that's been so bastardized. You know, and I feel like, nahi yaar, matlab karke dikha do. I don't want to know how you did it. I just want to see the magic on screen. And for me, it's just about protecting my headspace between action and cut. Like in that moment, I have to be true to what I'm doing. Before and after what I did, actually, very little of that really matters. But it's just something that it's just become my DNA now. I think you can wake me up and I'll be like, okay, acha.
Right.
Like it's like
I can vouch for that. There's something magic that happens. Her body language has changed. Like she'll step in and she's like,
it's like something. It's like under se something contorts. Like
she's
literally.
become Rani Bharti.
You know, like how suddenly become bhediya under se. I become Rani Bharti.
And I love all our families are dysfunctional. In a lot of ways.
I'm your full moon.
That's a good one.
Love it.
That's
Love
it.
it.
I love dysfunctional families. I mean, they make for great content.
Of
So
course.
I love the way that Darshil's character says, "हम तो ये दीदी के लिए भेजे थे, आप पहन लिए." He shops for his sister from abroad, and this guy's wearing.
Yeah.
And he's quite a character. That
He's
actor
quite a
who plays your
character.
mother.
Such a
Shardul.
fabulous actor.
Oh, he's so good.
Yeah, he's now in our show and very, very integral part of the show.
Yeah.
And he's such a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
I think he's brought so much of that endearing menace. If that's the way I can put it to the
And
show.
right from his first film, I mean, or whatever earlier works, Ibale and all the short film and movies that he's done, I was very excited to work with him, and he's brilliant in the show.
Okay, before we wrap, the only couple of non-Maharani questions,
Right.
because there's so much excitement in your lives.
Let's go.
You are a producer who's not resting content with just one piece of content.
No.
You're going to keep making stuff.
Yes.
And I believe there's an imminent release.
There is on 31st of this month.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Single Salma, and it's going to be a small theatrical release, and then the film comes out on Netflix in December.
And are you acting in it, or you just?
I am
producing?
acting. I am the single Salma in it.
You're the single Salma. How nice.
Yeah.
Because I've had these extensive conversations with Saqib about production and how you guys believe in what you're doing.
Yeah.
These small movies and this and that. You're obviously driven.
Absolutely. And I think we have no choice because I feel like there are certain things, and although I think both Saqib and I are very blessed, despite not coming from Bombay and not having a lot of opportunities, we've done fairly okay for ourselves, I think. But yeah, having said that, I still feel that there are many rooms I still don't have access to. There are many opportunities who don't come to me. I think there is a certain kind of gatekeeping that happens where your growth is capped. And that makes you either resentful, or angry, and we don't wish to become either. And the only way to not play into that victim mindset is to be like, okay, what can I do about it? And the only
Wow.
thing I can do is I
No
can make.
bitterness. Just take it
You
out on the
go,
work.
girl.
Yeah.
Single Sona. Go for it.
No, and it's still hard. Like I mean, if you ask me to be very candid, am I really happy about the size of the release? No, it has been. But it's not entirely in my control. But that's fine. I mean, it's a journey, right? As first generation producers, there are many things we don't understand, we don't know, and we are growing. This is our second film, and now I mean, we also position ourselves. We renamed the company. It's now called Salim Siblings, and next year we have another film coming
like
out
that. I like
called
Salim
Baby
Siblings.
Do Die Do.
Oh,
Because करेंगे, मरेंगे और फिर करेंगे, and that's I think the motto of our lives.
Wonderful.
Don't give up. I mean, this is what I
you
always
keep
say.
looking for interesting stories.
We are going to be freaking here. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
My film, it could be a success, it could be a failure, but I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to outrun. So it's not about giving equal opportunity anymore. I'm going to work so hard that it doesn't matter who started from what line.
Oh, wonderful.
Mm.
Shweta's been here before when we've talked about her passion for Hindustani classical music. But, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the clothing entrepreneur Shweta Basu Prasad. And she's sporting
Please
her
don't
own
hide that top.
creation.
Yeah, like come on, देखिए design, देखिए
How
कितना अच्छा है.
Please tell us about it. What's the brand called? Where are you retailing from?
Oh, you'll love
What's
it.
the ethos?
You love it.
Thank you, Huma. Thank you, Hrishi.
Hmm.
It's called C sharp, as in the musical chord. And it's the chord I tune my sitar to. And I couldn't think of a better name than that. And, I wanted to keep something universal. So it's a clothing and accessories line, which is completely dedicated to or inspired by music. And I just wanted to do something where, there's so much us versus them and this and that. I wanted to do something which is universal for everybody, which is beyond your caste and religion and borders and this, that. And I could not think of anything other than music, because I think we all feel that equally. So it's a brand that celebrates togetherness and celebrates life. And that's what I'm doing.
Yay.
Tell me about the fabric itself.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into it.
Oh my God, I spent a year and a half, sourcing,
Nice.
planning, samples and rejection. So it's pure cotton. And that's why, because I was very conscious about sustainability and I didn't want to do anything that is not sustainable and add to landfill. So it's 100% cotton, extremely comfortable for Indian climate. And I've met people who would be like, oh, cotton, but cotton, I don't know, and this and that. So I wanted to just recreate something and reintroduce cotton in a very cool way. So C sharp it is.
Yay.
Where can people find it? Where are you retailing?
It's a website. It's D2C. It's called csharp.store. And it
Just
also
spell it for us.
It's C.
See the alphabet C.
The alphabet C.
Calcutta, Singapore.
Calcutta,
ऐसे बोलना है.
Singapore, Hyderabad, America,
Russia.
Rio, Patna. So
C-sharp?
C-sharp.store.
.store.
That's
And
right.
is there an Instagram handle people can follow?
Yes, it's C sharp, and you can follow it through my page as well.
Great, take pictures.
Yay.
Once you get her clothes,
And she's wearing
wear
it.
them and take pictures.
Totally, I'm going to repost it if you
And
do.
you're looking $1 million.
Thank you.
Oh
Which
my
designer are you wearing?
See the label, check.
Sweet.
Check, what is it?
It's called, oh my God. S. No, wait, shit.
Don't mess it up.
Safa.
Safa. I love Safa. No, but I mean, actually, to be honest, I've been on the road so much that literally my stylist, Shaunak and Pen, whatever they get me, I just wear it. I don't think I have time to check. I'm like, हाँ चल लग रहा है, पहन लो, पहन लो, पहन लो.
Gorgeous.
Thank you. I love this color. Yeah, I love
So
this.
festive.
It is
and
festive. I mean, Diwali just went.
True
so-
Maharani.
Tan tan tan. Yeah. I mean, we just had Diwali, so I'm still in that mode.
Lovely.
And I'm feeling still cold.
Yes, he's off. I did my bit. 7th of November, it's on Sony Live, the platform. It's Maharani, season 4, starring Huma Qureshi, Shweta Basu Prasad, and an extensive cast. Please go give the show a lot of love. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
94.3 Radio 1.